Hi friends, all for art and art for all. I'm gonna start today's doodle with a big square, and it's about as wide as my hand. So if you want to keep the same pace that I do, try and make the size similar to start out with. So I'm going to start this from the outsides and work in. So I'm going to put a little triangle at each corner, about the same size. So I've cut off the corner, and then that will make 4 triangles in my corners. And then I'm going to put a triangle about the same height in the center of each line. So I've added 4 more. So I've got the triangles in the corners, and then in the center I added another triangle. And then this is going to be the basis for all of my outlining. So the first thing I'm going to do is go do a parallel line. And all my pattern will be start with a parallel line around the corners, or parallel to the triangle that made the corners. I'm going to make that one first. And then I'm going to make a parallel line. And so far they don't touch. A parallel line around the triangles that I added. In the center of the lines. And then I'm going to follow a pattern where I always do my corners first, then the mid segment triangles. So I'm going to do a parallel line, a parallel line, and a parallel line, and a parallel line at the corners. Now I'm going to do a parallel line around the triangles that I did in the center of the line segments. So I'm just tracing around those triangles. And then I'm always going to go do a parallel line on my corner first. So parallel, 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 parallel. And then I'm going to go in and go around my triangle that I have in the center. And this is going to start filling in my shape. And here we go. I'm going to do the parallel lines first that go with the corners, and then get the tips, get the parallel lines that go around the triangles that come out in the middle. And then that's just about out of space. So I'm switching to my big juicy marker. This is where you can switch to color. I'm just going to go ahead and color this in. I'm going to color in my corners now for some variety, and color in the triangles that I started with. So for some variety, Gonna get some contrast out in the outside by doing all of the, and then in here you could do a color or come in with something black. And I'm gonna do some what we call fencing, where I'm just gonna make it thicker first, where I'm gonna color it black. I'm gonna draw my lines a little more carefully along the edges and do that slow and maybe a little more careful, so that now I can come in and go fast and color that in a little faster. See how I can color in faster, and I don't have to be so careful since I already gave myself a thick border by fencing that in. So that's just a little technique that will help you color in a little faster. Okay, friends, so you can color in your pattern. Hope you had fun with yours. All for art and art for all.